Hey guys, Buffer Game back today, bringing out a video for our Insurgency Sandstorm ISMC mod videos, and today we're going to be covering the Mark 17 or the SCAR Heavy here in Insurgency Sandstorm, utilizing the ISMC mod. So the Mark 17 mod 0 you can see here is what we're using, or the SCAR Heavy. This is a weapon that was actually in the base game of Sandstorm, I believe. However, here with the ISMC mod, they added a bunch of different attachments, camouflages to the weapon. So you can see here, we're going to build this thing. I'll just show off some of the attachments here. We're going to actually end up running the Leopold hammer, which has that top-mounted delta sight there for any close quarters engagements I may get into. Also going to be running the bipod foregrip, or the grip pod here, which is a great attachment on this weapon. Definitely an iconic attachment with the SCAR. And if you guys are used to seeing, I've been covering this weapon a lot lately in Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone, as well as I've been playing with it lately in Battlefield 4 as well. So I really love this weapon. Basically in any game, I've slowly become, I've always been a fan of it, but I'm slowly becoming, it's really becoming probably one of my favorite weapons right now is the SCAR H of the Mark 17. We're also going to be running the Nomad muzzle brake on this to help reduce with that vertical recoil, or the recoil overall, with the 7.62 by 51 millimeter rounds we're firing with this thing. We're also going to be running the combo of the flashlight and the laser combo here on our top Picatinny rail. We're also going to be running laser point shooting, hollow point rounds, and there you can see the black camouflage which is available for this. But for the purpose of this gameplay, I'm so used to seeing the tan SCAR. I'm in love with that weapon, so I figured we'll just leave it with the iconic tan camouflage here. And then we're also going to be running the operator's training on this as well. So that just allows me to perform better under stressful events such as firefights like this. So jumping to the gameplay really quick, I'm running basically just thermal optic headset here to engage in smoke. So right now, actually, this whole area we had flooded with smoke, so the enemy can't see as we're trying to hold this objective. So right now, they can't see us, but we can see them. Because I have the thermal imaging on, that allows me to see them through the smoke, which is really helpful. So again, the Mark 17 is a great weapon. I love this in basically any game, and like I said, it's becoming my favorite weapon overall. Let me know if you guys have played with this here in Sandstorm or in the ISMC mod. I was playing with it a little bit in the base Sandstorm a few months ago, and again, I found it a little bit underwhelming given the amount of attachments and things like that. A lot of fun to revisit this weapon with the ISMC mod and all the customization they did to this weapon. They also have the Mark 16 in the game, which is a lot of fun to use as well. But the Mark 17, the heavy-hitting 7.62 by 51 millimeter variant of this weapon, is just a ton of fun, especially with these tactical attachments we have set up. I'm going to play with this basically how you would want it with these type of attachments. Try and really use it for medium to longer range engagements in some situations. However, we have that top-mounted delta, which you'll see me engage a lot of enemies, especially right here, coming up with this thing, just for those close quarters engagements where I'm inside where I would typically want to be with this weapon. But overall, great weapon. I love it in this game. And just some information about this thing in real life. SCAR actually stands for Special Operations Forces Combat Assault Rifle. So it's a self-loading assault battle rifle, which was adopted by the U.S. military, or USSOCOM, in 2010. It's been in service since 2009, and the design period took place in 2004, and then it was put into trial with the U.S. military and USSOCOM. And they actually ended up adopting the Mark 17, which is what we're covering here, which is a 7.62 by 51 variant, as well as the Mark 16, which is the 5.56 by 45 millimeter variant of the weapon. So they have both here in game. However, the USSOCOM actually ended up canceling their order for the Mark 16 just because the increased modularity of the M4, there really wasn't a need for it. But they did officially adopt the Mark 17 in a few different forms. Mainly, you see the standard form here of this weapon, but there was a lot of different versions of this, or variants right off the bat, which was the SCAR Light, was the Mark 16, the SCAR H. They also had the SCAR SSR, or the Mark 20, which is essentially the marksman rifle of the SCAR with a longer 20-inch barrel. They have the SCAR PDW, SCAR CQC, the Hammer, which was the squad automatic weapon bid, which was eventually, I believe, was outperformed by the M27 IAR, but it was part of that bid to get the new IAR weapon. They dubbed it the Hammer, and really interesting weapon overall. Very modular. The place of origin is Belgium, designed by FN Herstal, FN America. Like I said, the design phase was 2004, and it's been in production from 2004 through present, formally adopted in 2009, 2010. So The mass of this weapon is surprisingly light. If we look at the 7.62x51 variant of the weapon in real life, you have the CQC variant, which I believe is a 13-inch barrel, which only weighs 7.7 pounds. You also have the standard barrel, which is the 16-inch barrel, which is 7.9 pounds. That's what we're using here. And then we have the long barrel variant, as well as the Mark 20 SSR, which are both going to come in, or the long barrel is going to be 8.2. The Mark 20 SSR is going to be 10.7 pounds. So very light weapon. And if we look at, for example, the standard edition of the SCAR Light, it's 7.3 pounds. So overall, just a very, very light weapon, no matter which one you're going with. Under 11 pounds, no matter which variant. The length overall for the standard edition of the SCAR, which we're covering here, is going to be 35 inches with the stock extended, and then, or 38 inches with the stock extended, and then 28 with the stock folded. And the barrel length, like I said, for the standard edition that we're covering here is going to be 16 inches. You also have the CQC variant of this with the 7.62x51, which is 13 inches, and then you have the long barrel variant, which is 20 inches, as well as the Mark 20 SSR, which is that designated marksman rifle version of the SCAR, which it also comes in at 20 inches. So really nice weapon overall. The rate of fire for the 7.62 millimeter variant of this is going to be around 600 to 650 rounds per minute. And the effective range for the SCAR H is anywhere from around 440 or 400 meters total, or 440 yards, excuse me. So also the standard variant of the SCAR H can engage out to 800 yards with the long barrel. If you just swap those barrels out, you have the long barrel variant of it, engage out to 800 meters or 870 yards. So let me know down below what you guys think of this. Again, this is the Mark 17 or the SCAR Heavy here in Sandstorm ISMC. I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay just so you can hear the sounds of this thing as I engage it and just the overall environment around me. You have some A10s coming in here in a little bit. Yeah, you'll see just a lot of fun to use this weapon. So let me know down below what you guys think of this. I'll leave you guys with that. Until next time, this is Buffner Gaming with the Mark 17 in Sandstorm ISMC. Until next time, Buffner Gaming.
Alright, that's the target. We got targets here. Got another. Four targets down. Fuck yeah, 5 down.
Alright, they're falling back!
Push!
Hey!
Give me a sec, guns all okay. Yeah, good to go. Right there, right there! Observer!
Contact, they're falling back!